On pros, this is Mike with another Dirty Promotions video. This is a very special day because we're going to be talking about UVU coatings on a Lexus NX300. Those are the dreaded coatings that are on top of the glass that you should not razor blade, because you will be kind of like razor blading the clear coat on your car. If you do that, there's a clear coat on top and you're going to scratch it immediately. Okay, so the same thing will happen here. Let's go ahead and check something that Glenn Jackson said earlier about this particular window, that the coating starts pretty much about 1/2 inch 5/8 from the top down. So right there, if we go around, I'm going to try and move my head around so you can see that clear line right there. You see that clear line that goes all the way across? It's dirty, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you, like right here in this clean area. There it is. This coating is clear. On the inside is either for UV or something. So don't think that the glass is colored yellow because that's the color of the coating. The coating is actually clear and it's on the inside, not the exterior. And so I guess to protect the car, this is that. So avoid it like the herpes, you know, not to touch it with a razor blade on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate to you now that there is no coating at the top. I got a razor blade here, and this top area about 1/2 inch down, hopefully you can see it right there. There is no coating in there. Okay, just plain glass, yellow. But then the coating starts from here and down. I removed the sweep, it's very easy. And we'll go ahead and test the bottom panel real quick. Way at the bottom, you're gonna see you see that? You see how a little smoke coming up is the actual clear coat being scratched off. And that right there, my friends, is a coating that we're referring to. As soon as you touch it with something on the inside, you're pretty much fucked. So avoid it at all costs, like the herpes, like I mentioned to you. The other thing is, before you even start working on the vehicle, it just kind of like dawned on me right now, is that let's go ahead and clean your window from the exterior. What we're going to be looking for is we're going to see if this UV coating right now has any scratches. Why? It's very important, because then they're going to be pointing at, the tint has a scratch and blah, 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 blah. And you're going to have to remove it. And to remove it, you're going to be like, well, what about the glue and this? Yeah. And a lot of scenario. So let's go ahead and do this and go on the inside and just verify that it doesn't have any scratches and stuff like that on the inside. I don't see any at the moment. So, and I want to make sure that this is also free of any nicks or, you know, any stuff that's on the actual coating, because the coating is on the inside. Let's go ahead and cover it de una vez, because we're going to bottom load it. Oh, and a special treat, we're going to go ahead and install that deal right there, which is awesome. This belongs to one of my installers. That's his name in there, so hopefully he won't get mad when he sees the video like, hey man, you're using my door guard. Yeah, I know. It's because I left mine in Michigan while I was training out there. So anyway, that's ready to go. We dropped our little thing here that was in here, and that's okay. I'll just put him here momentarily if he wants to. There you go. Okay. Cool as a pickle. Let's go ahead and get that treated de una vez. Let's get this guy treated de una vez. How far am I willing to go ahead and risk this clear coating on the inside? Not so far. I just said that the clear coating on a vehicle can be scratched like with plastic. If you do that to the plastic clear coat, it's going to scratch it. I mean, it's just common sense. So this, if I put it in here, it might scratch it. It probably will, and I'm not going to fuck around and find out. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the sides where my scrubby can't reach. Do that all the way down here at the bottom, all the way down here on the side, all the way down. For dirt that's probably in there. And then we'll go ahead and use our regular blue scrub pad or white one. It don't matter. If you leave it pre-soaking, it'll help you tremendously to go ahead and dislodge some of the dirt and grime that's on there, right? So that's always something we're going to do. So I'll prepare this off camera and then drop it right now a little bit, okay? Well, I guess if you guys want to stick around and see, I guess. Not a whole lot that I'm not going to do. Just about that. I just want to shave some seconds off the video, but I guess somebody wants to see it all the way. Not a problem. There, all the way down. Boom, boom. Sides. Boom. There. Here. Okay. Do this. Our thing here. all the way across. Nice, nice, nice. And I touch the car again. Shouldn't, but reason for the gloves is that if I touch film, I'm gonna do this and I won't have dirt. If I do it with pure skin, you know that if I do this, I'm gonna bring some of my epidermis. I don't want to do that, not on the film. Okay, we're gonna go and roll it up a little bit. Good. Do this. About there, muscle manos is a good place for me to do my drop, right? Get my film here. Boom, boom, boom. Everything real quick. Like I said, if I'm going to be touching static electricity, we'll kill it with that. Here, pop, pop, pop. Down. Pop, 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 pop. Stealth IR by Dirty Tools. About 92% infrared heat block, which is awesome, fantastic. Okay. I'm just gonna go here. Tint slime, 1/2 ounce for slip solution. Now that we're fancy and we have air condition, I was able to reduce it without any problem to about 1/2 ounce per gallon. As you can see, it pretty much behaves pretty good as far as moving around. So we want it there, we want it there, a little bit higher, not that high. Make sure I got all my bases here and here covered. Corée patterns. Very, very good patterns. Very, very good patterns. There you go. As micro can get. Whoever provided this pattern, thank you. Shaved a lot of time off my pre-cuts and all that. There. There. There, all the way across. Boom, boom, boom. There. Go ahead and look at the outside, see if there's any scratches or anything up to this point, any hindrances or problems or whatever. All the way to the edge, no problems. I do see the coating separation there. You can see that little line right there, and you see it all the way across. On the side where we put the hard card, I don't see any scratches on the thing, and like I said, I'm not going to fuck around and find out doing it more into the glass. I just won't do that. I think that'll be not too smart because plastic coating on the inside, very similar to this clear coat, and so don't fuck around and find out and scratch it. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and do our thing to the top, you know this, all the way to the top. There you go. Let's finish her off. All the way down. Clean it here, wherever, that way any dirt that you might have touched on the bottom, it doesn't stay up there. Boom. Boom. And there she's done. Let's go ahead and drop this guy in there. You know this. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this plastic. I don't have a whole lot of choice here, okay? As far as cleaning it or opening up the sides. Gonna use this, and let's go ahead and check it outside what's going on here. So I'm cleaning all the way to the edge. It's gonna go all the way in there, all the way in there, all the way up there. See that? All the way up there, like that, okay? So we cover our bases by doing that, okay? Cleaning and all that. Okay. It's still like this plastic gasket and the actual pattern, this one, never really aligned. There's always like a little crooked either from the gasket or the pattern. So let's see how this one fares. I'm trying to open it up right now. I'm here on the edge, so I don't have a whole hard time doing that. So gone all the way to the edge, gone all the way down, and I know somebody's gonna say, hey, Dirty, now's a good time to find out if your plastic is gonna scratch, because this is a UV, well, no, sorry, this is a UVS, so there's no way to scratch this one. Does not have a coating. This is a UVS. Sorry about that. Disregard everything I was gonna say. I want to see if I would scratch this, it will scratch this, but there's no coating here, only here. Important to note. So you can use whatever tools you want here and you won't scratch anything because this does not have a UVU coating. Okay, we do that. Dislodge everything from the top to come down like that. These are little tool. This one. All the way to the edge, all the way to the bottom. They're kind of like in reverse kind of thing all the way to the top. That's the only way to have access. If I do this and push it up, the little water going to go up and perhaps come down, so I don't want it to go up anymore, the water. I want it to come down. That's why I did it like this in reverse and brought her down, right? You could learn a lot from a dummy. Okay, so we have that. We're not going to do anything at the top, only to the bottom as far as water. Have our pattern. Make sure she's wet. Boom. Boom. A little bit of water in my glove. Go ahead and start somewhere. No, start here, this corner, drive her in there, and then we're gonna go ahead and because I already washed my glove here, we're gonna do this. Fit her in there ever so slightly. Arriba, and here, finish her off there, and here. And I'm looking at my edge here on the side, and I think we need to splice her open right here only. And that's it. Let's go ahead and check it out on the other side. That's as close as I like. I mean, there's like a 1/32 of a hair of light. We'll see what we can do. Hold on, hold on. Don't despair. Okay. You see that hair of light? There you go. See why? There you go. Can I live with that? Now it's actually touching, and you see this little buckle right here. We're gonna have to open her up right here with this and do it all the way down. This tool is just kind of like a thing that they use for like a putty knife, and I just modified it myself, doing rounding the tip. This one is like a putty knife, longer, so I cut it and modified it and did this so I can open gaskets like that. Helps me tremendously do that. All right. Pain in the ass little fucking windows, right? But with the right tools, you see all the tools that we're using here. They're proper. They are proper. Okay. Badass, badass. Let's go and check it out on the outside for success. I dropped my towel. The last cleaning towel. There's that in the corner right there. We're gonna have to squash it down. This right here, gonna have to address way in there. There you go. A little bit of a soap residue. This one, let's address it de una vez. Over here. There you go. All the way in there. And you can see that this pattern install is absent of dirt here in the corner. I think there, he's just a little bit bent with the plastic when I try to ram it in there, but no debris, no debris, no gaps of light, no debris, no gaps of light. Challenge for anybody, even myself, which I have a lot of experience. That's irrelevant. They're always a pain in the ass. So we're done with everything else. You already saw the drop. You saw that little window. We talked about the UVU coatings and all that. So let's go ahead and remove our thing. It's important to cover the panel because this is like leather suede. If too much water gets in here, right, when you're doing your thing, here is not a problem. On the edges, it'll start absorbing some of the water. Later on, when it starts getting hot, this is gonna try and find an escape thing. It's gonna start swelling, and you see a little swell here. It doesn't fucking matter if it's a big old swell or just 1-inch swell. They're gonna ask you, what's that swell? Oh, it's water, and when the sun comes out, and hey, it's inevitable for me to tint your windows without water. Well, no, you can tint windows with water, but just be precautious. Trash bag, this, that, anything, do anything to cover this. That was successful. UVU, no scratches. We can see it right now. Clearly nothing on there. So success. Guys, had a blast. Like, join, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, okay? Have an awesome day. GoPro, stop recording.